Okay, so it's Ben and Phillip here, and we are gonna talk about the role that we had tonight at the end of JT's class. So here goes. Okay. And again, like if we don't have anything to talk about, we don't have to. But so what you're really good at that I've noticed is like you're good at kind of like following through like with the motions that I'm giving. So if I go back and kind of you're doing all these step throughs and everything, and doing that, I was able to slide out very footsie, which is really good.
I've always thought of passing is it's not a one-step pass. You're never just gonna hit the pass. You have to go through it, and you have to. It's not the first motion, but the second or the third.
Yeah.
That's gonna get that pass. So you have to. It's a lot like the bottom motion on wrestling.
Yeah.
That's where I get that little idea from.
You're definitely really good at following, like my movement, kind of like me feeding you things.
I personally think I was working one side more, and I need to hop back over better.
Yeah. You did. I'm gonna back it up to when you took mount. So when you were in side control, I'm still trying to find this. Okay. I'm going to try to roll you, and you take that roll and go into fucking mount. It's like, oh my god, this is so frustrating.
I actually got frustrated in that position because I was a little bit higher up than I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of sit down and bring my knee behind your head and just get a controlled position where I don't have the back necessarily, but I have control of the way you're leaning, like where your back is to the ground, and I have that top hook in. And then
you abandon it.
Yeah, I do that. I do that too often, where I'll have a good position and I'll let go of it because I just don't know what to do.
I have a hard time with mount. I don't like staying in it.
But I've been working, especially today. I was working really hard on making sure I'm pushing those legs through and kind of moving around. Yeah. So yeah, there's me running away.
Totally legitimate. It's okay. I do the same thing. We're just playing that, kind of controlling the head a little bit.
Yeah, I like to. That's the one thing I miss. I like it. It reminds me of wrestling. If I got like a good head position, and I think they work well together.
I'm gonna back this up real quick. Okay, so this is your weird attempt to triangle me.
I keep
it's
trying,
awesome.
man.
Here we go.
I've tried on a lot of people.
That's
you bring every time I do it, you bring a leg in or something to catch me before I can get over.
Fuck yeah, I will. I don't want to.
I think in one of our earlier, I had your arm stretched out, and I was trying to get an arm bar from that same kind of idea.
Yeah, it's good though. It's definitely surprising.
But I did a really good job of back stepping here, and then working kind of like a reverse knee on belly and coming around.
I kind of saw that. Like I was like, oh shit, he's gonna try to take mount because I'll do the same thing. But yeah, that whole back step. Luckily, I was able to get a knee in, just kind of rewinding it to show that again. That was good, though.
And I kept pressure on that foot really well, and so I was able to kind of bring it away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing that I've been working on, and I think is really important, is as you're passing, just pushing that knee through. And I don't think a lot of people, when it comes in, you don't really think about pushing it back out. You're kind of like in there, and most people are pretty good. Turtle with a knee shield, kind of, or a half guard like knee shield, and just push it through and keep coming. It's way more simple than you think about.
Yeah. Here we go.
That was a good sweep.
This is about the time when Euphrates like,
go
go for the foot or whatever, and I got a little rambunctious, and I'm gonna back this up because that's a good counter, dude. Like,
and that. I've noticed I play a lot of in gi, I play a lot of Delahiva, reverse Delahiva, X guard, and that happens to me more often than not, especially with like the 10th planet guys that we have at our gym, people who have that kind of background.
Yeah.
Always attacking the ankle every time I leave that leg free. So I'm kind of working with it because if I get the idea of how it works against somebody, I'm going to know how it's going to work against me.
Yeah.
So I think that sweep, I was pretty proud of keeping that hook in there.
Well, I'll back it up real quick. You are talking about, all right, so we're going, and I kind of got that. I'm trying to pass. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, and I have my left arm wrapped around your head, and you fucking keep that foot in there and just kind of sweep me over, which was really cool.
And then, again, I switch my hips down.
Yeah.
I've realized with passing, it's about staying calm when people keep recovering.
Yeah.
I used to get frustrated because they're recovering, but it's like it's not going to happen the first try. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
And the first try, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's my reverse De La Hiva. You did a good job of pulling that leg free the first couple times.
Yeah.
Pulling it across, but here I was going for my Kiss of the Dragon.
Yeah. Kendall's really good with De La Hiva.
You turned back into me, which kind of messed up my position a little bit, which was good for you. You were really good for you. Then I had to readjust. You're kind of having me bent over myself. And you were doing a really, really good job of passing. So, like, you know, that's when I start playing my close guard game.
Yeah, now we just got into close guard.
Yeah, and that's when I play that game. Is the guy's passing, and I just need to slow down his position for a while.
Yeah.
Before I can open and start working my own guards again.
Yeah. And that allows us, you know, that's kind of letting you rest or whatever. You're doing a good job with, like, keeping my hands busy so that I'm having a hard time just, like, posting up.
Yeah, trying to hit that. You posted really well.
And then you did this weird thing. I'm going to back it up, and I want to know what you were doing.
So I didn't have it. I don't think I had it correct. John Jones versus Glover Teixeira. He hits this kind of like a whizzer sort of position, and he brings that elbow in.
Yeah.
And I've seen the submission before. I was really just trying to keep control, but I thought if I bring that elbow in enough, it might add a little discomfort. I didn't really think I was going to hit it, but it was keeping control of you, and it might have been adding, you know, a little bit of pressure somewhere.
You could see you kind of torque it or whatever. You're trying to kind of torque. I thought you were trying to like go for some sort of weird submission. But it didn't really feel threatening. It just felt tight, like I was having a hard time. But I just got
it's
out.
just a good control position is really what I was okay with. You know, I had control of that elbow and that shoulder for a while, give me time to think my way through. Didn't think I had that very well.
I was definitely worried about it for a second. I was getting ready to buck and try to get my ass up above your feet so that I could kind of like flip over.
I'm not right here. That's when I said this triangle.
I'm backing it up.
That was how I said it. I forgot how I did that.
Okay, this is where my life went to hell. You set up the triangle, and I'm gonna try to take that. Back it up one more time. I'm gonna try to take your hand, your right hand, I want to try to like scoop it out because I'm thinking of like some sort of weird little Wonder Bar or something, and that left right then and there. You went for the.
Well, I set it up. That was me going for a hit bump, and I realized you paused, so I just shot that leg back over for the triangle. That's a hit bump I've worked before.
I didn't feel when you so you're gonna hook your legs soon. I didn't feel that, so I thought for a little while that
I just had the one leg.
Yep.
I was wondering. I don't know how it would work, but at this position here, when you bring your legs in, as an idea to, you know, how do I say it? Like if you were to stretch me up, because a lot of times you'll do kind of what you did, but if I could stay up, would you be adding more pressure to yourself?
I have no idea. I just know that I needed to get off my back, and there's submission. We'll go back
faster than I thought I did.
Oh, yeah,
I felt like I was in there for a while. Like you fought really, really well, especially when I had the mount and started pulling up on the back of your head.
Yeah. Well, I actually felt a little ashamed because that's where I really started bucking. Like the whole roll, I was kind of like just chill and like we're just kind of rolling, blah blah blah. And then once you got this, I kind of started freaking out.
Well, who wouldn't? I had a mounted triangle. It's
horrible. It's the worst position to be in.
It's so dominant too for the, you know. I thought you were gonna slip your elbow in enough to defend it.
When we were rolling, we start rolling right here. I was getting my elbow, and I thought I was gonna get it too.
But I got my underhook. Yep. Started creating my angle and pulling.
That was it. Submission, and that was it. So, yeah, that was a really good roll.
That was fun.